production, then if the companies utilize the maximum efficiency of its factor of production, then it will be produce 150 pieces, not 200 pieces. So now here how he has to maintain the equilibrium in the market, because demand and supply maintenance is an important factor for any company. That's why what happened, he has to raise its prices. Suppose 5,000 was there the prices, now it is to be 6,000. Automatically what happened, the demand of the goods, demand of the mobile that is 200 pieces now comes to 150 140, just like in that way. So it will be maintained. So that is to be known as what, rules, right? So that is your uh, uh, pushes the prices rose. On the other hand, when the factor prices increases also, factor prices in the sense what, to produce a product there are some factor prices will be there, raw materials you can say, indirect taxes, direct taxes, not direct taxes, indirect taxes, right? All these factors will be rise, then this leads to increase the price level also. Then second bit, come to now second bit, increase in the public spending. Increase in the public spending in any modern economy, government spending is an important element, because uh, if government is not spent that much what the public wants, the demand in the public, then also the government may not be survive in that country for a long period. That's why in any modern economy government spending is an important element for the total spending. It also an important determinant for aggregate demand also. Usually lesser developed economies, the government spending increases, which variably creates an inflation pressure to the economy also. Then come to third bit, deficit in financing in government spending. There are times when the spending of the government increases beyond that taxation can finance. Therefore, in order to increase the extra expenditure, sometimes there are some specific time. Just like you can take the example to now the time is just like that. In Corona, what happened? The government spending will be more. So where it is to be collected, because government fund is less, still the spending will be more to maintain, to save the people, to save the life of the people. That's spending is essential, epidemic period. So at that time, in order to incur the extra expenditure, government raises a deficit financing, right? So at the time it prints more money and spends it. These also it's to add inflationary pressure. Then come to the fourth bit, that is to increase velocity of circulation. What is velocity of circulation? Velocity of circulation, as we know, if money is not circulated, then the earning of money, the generation of money is not possible. So it must be circulated among different people. Suppose I have 10 rupees, if I have spent it for different people, then the circulation will be possible. So circulation must be essential, money circulation must be essential, because if you have to keep the money within a wooden box or within a iron chest, then you can say after 2 year 3 year whatever the number of years you expected, after that the money cannot be generated, that money will be, that money was there. That's why it is required to increase the velocity of circulation. So velocity of circulation is the amount of units of money circulated in the economy during a given period of time. So velocity in circulation increase by dividing GDP by the country total supply. A high velocity means what? Circulation of countries indicates high degree of inflation. If you have to maximum circulation will be, then it is to be high degree of inflation. Then come to genuine shortage. There must be a chances in the country money, that is to be shortage of money. It is possible that all certain times, right, at certain times, the factor of production are shortage in supply. This is an effect of production. Therefore, supply is less in demand. At that time also, when supply will be less in demand, at that time the inflationary pressure will be created in the country. Then come to population growth. Due to the population growth, it will also happen. As the population growth, it increases the total demand of the market, and it excessive demand creates in the inflation also. Then hoarding in the sense what? Sometimes what happen, the public, there are some specific people are there in the society, and they stocks maximum, their stock will be maximum. Hoarders in the sense what? Stockist. They are people, these are the people or entities to stockpile commodities and don't release them to the market. When they don't release the commodity into the market, at the time the market shortage about a specific product will be occur. So at that moment what happen, the price of the product will be more one. So that means what, when the price of the product will be more one, there is an artificially created demand in the market which will create the inflationary pressure. Then come to your 8th point, that is to be known as exports. In an economy, the total production must fulfill the domestic as well as foreign demand also, and it fails to meet this demand, the exports create inflationary economy. Tax reduction, due to tax reduction also inflationary created, in the sense what, there are sometimes what, taxes are the major income of the government. Without collection of taxes, a government cannot be, creates any developmental work in the country. That's why he has to collect taxes. That taxes may be, you can say, indirect taxes, or you can say is direct taxes. So this is the important thing. So while taxes are known to increase with the time, sometimes government reduces tax for the political views. You can say in India especially, there are some political parties are there, and they want to, they are much more interested to occupy the chair. That is the reason they have to reduce the taxes without analyzing, without knowing anything. They have to reduce the taxes for their pocket benefit anyway. So that is separate issue. But thing is that what happens? They have to reduce the taxes. Taxes like agricultural taxes will be there, some industry taxes will be there, any government will be there. So when they have to, for the popularity among the people, this government, when they have to reduce the taxes, the people are happy because they have more money in their hands. So their money in their hand, in the sense what, their purchasing power will be more one. When their purchasing power will be more one, the commodity will be shortage in the market. This will be, rate of production doesn't increase with the corresponding rate. So the excess in cash in their hand, it means it leads to inflation. Then come to the 10th point, that is to be your prices rise in international market. There are so many times are there, you can say the prices rise in international. Some products require import commodities or factors of production from the international markets, like United States also. If this market rise to prices of the commodities or factors of production, then the overall production cost or increases. You can say the petrol, best example is your petrol. When the petrol prices in the international market will be more one, rises one, so at that time what happen, here the producer, those are invest their money in the petrol, they also increase their prices with including their profit. So that will be lead to the price of the particular product will be market will be higher. So this will be create the inflationary pressure. Then come to the 11th point, that is to imposition of indirect taxes. Government also so many times imposes of indirect taxes. Indirect taxes is an important factor for collecting the taxes. In the sense what, there are some persons are there, out of their income they have to pay tax directly to the government, that is to be known as direct taxes. But indirect taxes, each and every citizen, right, from the child to old age, each and every citizen collects this type of pays this type of taxes to the government, that is to be known as indirect taxes. For example, when you purchase a pen, when you purchase a book, when you purchase a clothes, dress material, garments, we have to pay taxes also, that is to be termed as VAT, value added tax, excise duty. All these are the taxes that is to be paid by the public to the government, that is indirect taxes. As these indirect taxes increases, when the indirect taxes will be increases, at the time the total cost of a manufacturer or seller increase the prices of the product, and that is to be minimal impact of the profit also. This will create also inflation. Then there are some non-economic reasons are there, in the sense what, there is no value of money, still this will also create the inflation. Just like you can say, if there is a flood, right, so at the time these are destroy the crops of the field, so this will reduces the supply of agricultural product, leading an increase in the prices of the commodity. When this agricultural product all increases in the price of the commodity in the market, at that time there may be a chances of shortage of product in the market, and this will create this will leads to inflation, right. This is all about your causes of inflation. Okay, that's